Alright, what is going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy Kieran Rodriguez,
I'm ready to
bringing you
ball. Let's
guys
go.
another NBA 2K15 series of my player, Malik Cochran. This is going to be a guy who is the cousin of Kieran
Ready?
Rodriguez. So, I've always wanted to, say that I had like a cousin that wanted to go to the league, which I will say that I do. He was about to go to the league, Minnesota Timberwolves, but this ain't gonna be like my cousin I'm making. I'm making my own generator cousin. Okay, so I'd probably say
I'm
that my
ready to
cousin
ball. Let's
would go to the Nets because I probably got some boys, or probably got some cousins from like the city that probably be really good to fit into the Knicks, and I feel like the Knicks would be pretty good. If like if you born and raised in the Bronx and you killing it, right out in the streets, and you want to represent for your city, do it up. So this year's Malik, he's pretty tall. He likes to drive to the rim. He's pretty lanky for his size. I wanted to make him a little bit buffy. Um, but let's see, 1995. All right, perfect. So I'll say he's from Long Island. I've never really thought that it was ever to be a college. Maybe, but
I'm
let's
ready to
see.
ball. Let's
I wanna say if I use this one, this one's a lot better. All right. 1995 body length. If I kind of, yeah. If I do like that, does that make him look a little bit better? All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. All right. Perfect. My Fear Story subtitles, and we are good to go. All right. So yeah, pretty much like what I've been doing lately is just trying to find me a job and stuff. Just had my first day of school yesterday, so I can't really complain. Like just going through all the mess and stuff. It's just so much crap. You know what I'm saying?
this guy.
And then we get angry. We don't go to the NBA. Man, I wish I had those shoes though. Those shoes would be my
Undrafted.
dream. Be like my babies. Let's go. Undrafted. I'm undrafted. What am I gonna do? I need to go to the NBA. Maybe that's the issue that I'm not looking at.
I know you've been.
So here's our selection, which I'll get back to that reasoning later. But if I really want to play for a team, you gotta always start with like the worst team, right? But I don't know. If I play for the Hawks, like I don't really want to do it like that. Hey, if I gotta play for a team to win me a ring, then that would be a good vibe to have. But let's see. The Wizards, they're pretty good. I wouldn't mind playing with John Wall, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Which I know that I don't have too many subscribers, but if I were to guess, I'd probably go with the Hawks. No, why not? It's in Atlanta. The fans down there. We get to spend there for a bit. Then we make our eyes towards New York, and then we try to cook in the city. So yeah, because if I were to choose Pelicans, I'm not really getting too much of a competition, and well, it's in my opinion. Like like most of my teammates are just not willing to put up a fight, and that's what kind of bothers me. I want to play with a team like the Hawks where we can just cook. So start, beating people left and right, baby. Let's
We saw
go.
your workout at the draft
Shout out to
combine.
Chris
We liked
Smooth,
what we
yo.
saw. Personally, I wanted to
Alright,
keep
here
you
we
in the second
go.
round, but the powers that be overrode me. You'll be playing with the big boys now.
I'm
You'll be running
surprised that
interviews against the starters.
Hawks are playing
Do me a
Cavs today.
favor.
I think.
Sell out every
No, no,
possession.
no, they're not
Push
playing them
balls,
today. They're
rebounds,
playing them
hustle plays,
tomorrow.
run in the paint. Show the GM he made a mistake in not
Going
drafting
way
you.
too
We'll
quick,
make us both
man.
look good.
Yeah, my
You probably
predictions of
got room
this
for one more
playoffs,
player
which
on the
I'm very,
squad.
very upset
Question
because,
is, will
my
it be you?
Bulls,
Oh, it's
we
not a
played
question at
one good
all.
heck of a
It's my
season
spot.
when
These other
Rose was
fools just
out
don't
and then
know it
when he
yet.
started to come back. But, you know, when, when times was necessary, when times were very tough, we actually pulled our weight together and we played well. I just hate coming in second. And I just feel like, with our roster, we just need to get rid of a few guys. They're starting to get old. And even with the ones that have made good contributions to the team, but we need to find somebody like that's, like no disrespect, like better than Joking Noah. Like I like the guy a lot. He's a very good inspiration to me, and you rock homie. But I just feel like if you were to test out free agency just to see where you want to go, it would kind of work out into your favor. Who knows? But I don't know. Like just a guy like him, He's only meant for the rebound, and literally that's how I see of him. He doesn't post. He doesn't do anything like that. And whenever he does try to post, it's not consistent to the point where when he's under pressure, that's when the post game starts to fade, and he's only there for the rebound, and that's when the Cavs started containing him like that. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like that's so stupid. I'm kind of disappointed because we have an amazing roster with amazing players, but it's just like maybe I'm not understanding the big picture. We need to keep the same players in order to become the best team, but I don't think that's true. We need to find players that can want to play for our team. Like we don't want players to like just be like somewhat okay picks. Like we want the best picks. Come on, like I don't want us to think that we're going to get like you know like just get like the worst picks ever. Like plus on top of it, I don't even want our team to even go through a bad season. That's even a worse thing to do because I don't think D Rose wants to go through that. Like that would just be another rebuilding season right there. But no, like definitely, like at the time, like we as Chicago, like we have struggled, but we have found that type of team that has made us better. But this is what always kind of haunted me. A lot of people would probably say in my GM saying like, would I ever consider trading people? And I've always been thinking of it like this. What happens if Derrick Rose got traded? What happens if the guy who has committed his whole his whole NBA career? Oh my God, freaking voice commands! I hate you. I hate voice commands so effing much. So, all right, how do I do this? I'll just put it like that. All right, but no, I like the Derrick Rose, you know, very very much. But if he has to request a trade to do what he got to do, then let it be. But I don't really want to see that happen. That's the thing. Like you have like a player that you look up to that has cooked like 4 years ago, like just cooking people left and right. But it's like, hey, like the injuries kind of held him back. But but I think next year he's going to be a force next year. Just don't play him that much, but still progressively make him better. Because that's the same thing with Paul George. Paul George he just had like a game where had a few games where he's still the same Paul George that we're seeing today. But it's just like like you can't stop injuries. Injuries basically decrease like the person's level of talent, and they don't have that type of like NBA skill set to match up with a person that's been playing all year round in the NBA, like LeBron. So I'm just saying. Plus, I'm just surprised like LeBron has never got has never got actually injured. He never actually got sit out like for a few games. Well, maybe I'm lying. Well, maybe like I don't know about that. Like it's probably back in a few years ago he probably did. But I'm just saying like to this day you never see LeBron tear his like his like tear his like ligament or like ACL, which like I just want to laugh about that, but that would have just been crazy. But that's what happens with everybody. And plus, I'm just surprised like LeBron, he doesn't even try it. Like like let me say like a few plays during that series game where I was just like, what the heck? Like why, ref? Why? Like why do you got to be like that? The refs favor him so freaking much, and it kind of stresses me. Like why should basketball be played like that? Like I know how basketball should be played, and it's like like I don't like it when refs have to favor the other team, and it's like it makes the game so much harder. It's like as if like you're cheating, but you're really not because nobody's not noticing it. But that's how I see it. Definitely like yeah, like the play I was gonna say, he just kind of did like a floating, like, kind of like a back step, like kind of like a step back shot whatsoever, and he kind of did it. He kind of banked it off the backboard, right? But the other team, which like my team, we just thought that wasn't really actually a foul play to call, and then literally the refs just called it a 3-point play, and I'm like, what the heck? Like me and my boy Timmy, we were watching it, and this was like game 5 before game 6, so like the Cavs, they were up like 3-2 after they beat us, but that game was just so BS. You guys don't realize like how struggling it is just to have like such a bad like like going up against such a cheating team. Like you don't see it, but like let me tell you something. Like when you go to the park and let's just say you're going up against kids like that think like they own the court. Like, what's your first intention that they're gonna try to do? They're gonna try to, cheat you all the time
Yo, rookie.
because they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's our ball,
Some of
that's
my
our ball."
colleagues thought it might have been
Like
a
that's
What?
technically a foul.
Said
I'm
there's
like,
no way an
what?
undrafted rookie could be that good.
No, it just doesn't make any sense. So sometimes I guess you have to have a cool head and just don't take it, like as if it's not your fault or it's like their fault. Like I don't know. But for me, like I stand up for myself. I don't let people try to talk over me when it's on the court. And it's like like if it's trying to get into a game of basketball, just try to get in there, play one game. That's pretty much like your only opportunity, to be honest.
The Hawks have
And
offered you a
that's
10-day
really
deal.
bothers me. You can't do anything. You cannot do anything to try to find a good try to get into a game because people try to say like, yo, man, like we had next before you, and the other guy will say, oh yeah, man, like I had next way before him, and it's like, people are so childish, and that's how our society is. Like that's so stupid and freaking idiotic. Like if you got next, write it on a damn piece of paper, and boom, like you could do it like that. Like you guys don't need to be like side talking each other, and try to keep it like a secret, and then you say, "Yo, my man, like we already had next before you," and it's like it's stupidity. Like I don't like it when you go out to the streets and like people try to say like they got next for you, but then it's like I don't know. Like definitely if I was in like a much bigger park, like well, like I don't know, like because I would like to go to the city and actually just play ball. With me and my fam, have fun. That's what I like about the city. There's so much stuff to do when you like to play sports, especially when it comes to football too. But football ain't that big out there. Mostly boxing or boxing, MMA, basketball, hockey, baseball, a lot of stuff. But yeah, guys, this is the first video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I ended it pretty a little bit early. I don't know, but I will update you on how this my player is gonna do. I figured I don't show you the first 5 games because you guys don't want to see that. Well, actually, nah. Be like that type of guy to post it. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye. And be safe. From the Puerto Rican homeboy.